Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another LODE AMA. Please let me know if you can hear us well. It's me, Humberto, and my partner, Dan. Dan, good morning, buddy. How are you?
Hello, everyone. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Nice tie. I like it.
I thought I'd wear a tie today.
Of course, of course. Guys, can everybody hear us okay? Please post your okay or thumbs up in the chat. Yes, hear you
That's right.
well. Domingo, gracias. Okay, well, we're not going to wait too long for the other ones to arrive because in any case, this is going to be pre-recorded and it's going to be recorded and posted for later viewing. So please, guys, just let's strap our seats and let's get this going. What we are going to be doing as often as we can is to be having this type of AMA because what we want to make sure that you guys do is to know your wallet very well. A lot of the issues that come to us are related a lot to just not knowing exactly what we are dealing with here with the load wallet. In this case, what we are going to be trying to do is just to basically make sure that you guys know this product as well as possible. So the topic for today is going to be the managing multiple load wallets within the load wallet. So let's get it going. Um, hello, hello. Can everybody else hear me? Because I see a couple that can't.
I can hear you, Ham.
Okay. Anybody else? Yes, here now. Okay, perfect. So that means that if at least one is listening, then everybody else is. Okay, let's keep going. So let's get this started. Dan, would you like to start with an opening message?
Sure. Thank you, Ham. So, I guess the main theme for today is that we have people that have either inadvertently, accidentally, purposefully created a second load wallet, sometimes even a third. And, they've got these two or three sets of 12 words. And, the LTC transition happened. And now they're not seeing their assets. And so it gets into navigating within the load wallet to your other load wallet. And so, having your 12 words handy for these multiple wallets, really good at this point for you to follow with us through this. However, this is being recorded. You can always just follow and do it later. So that's the idea behind today's AMA. And Humberto, I guess we're ready to go to the next stage.
Let's get it going. Okay, Domingo, if you cannot hear, just look at your settings somewhere because everybody else can, and it'll be just difficult to pinpoint what your problem is. So please look at your settings on your computer. I'm going to share my screen now, and then I'm going to tell you what we mean. So, okay, I have two wallets on my screen. Let me know if you see them.
Yeah.
I have two wallets, and I'm just the same person. Happens to be that you say, okay, Humberto, I logged into my system. I don't see any assets. I go to home, I go to Vault, and there is no assets in my account. What happened? So a couple of things happen, as Dan explained. Sometimes you created a new load wallet when you went into load.wallet.com. Instead of restoring your original 12 words, you went the route to create a new wallet. And then you went that route, you were given another set of words, right? Now you have two sets of 12 words, sometimes three, as Dan said. That's one type of individual, and we're going to address that problem. If you are one of these people that cannot see the load wallet, your assets in the load wallet, is because these three different types. This is the first one. It's the most common one, people that goes the create a new wallet route. How do you know that? Is by going to your AVAX. You go to your vault. I'm going to go back home. Go to your vault assets. Go to AVAX and look at this address here, right there. This address here is the one corresponding to this specific wallet. Okay. This wallet address right here, guys, it corresponds to one set of 12 words that I'm going to show you. This is a test wallet. It has no assets, so I have no issues in showing you the security phrase that is backing it up. I'm going to security. I'm going to show wallet phrase. And this set of words, guys, that you see here are the ones that are corresponding to this wallet here. And there is no other two ways. One set of words corresponds to one wallet address, and that's the law. It cannot be any other way, right? Now, let's go to my other wallet. This is my original wallet that I had there. I go there, I go to um, Vault. I'm gonna go back home. I go to Vault address. I go to AVAX, and I go to this one here. This one is my original, the one that has my assets. So far, so good, right, Dan?
Yep, that's right.
This one has my original assets that were stored uh, a year ago. So now I cannot see them here because I have the wrong wallet. You have to go back to your files and find those 12 words that correspond to this address. I'm not going to show you this one because you're going
Yeah.
to go in and take those $38 right away. So,
But you know what? Hum is touching on a very important thing here now is I have had people that thought they had the original 12 words and it was their second set. So the exercise for people today is to go to settings, as Hum pointed there, and then you're going to go to security. Yeah, security up top, right? And then it's going to show reset. No, no, sorry, show recovery phrase. Show recovery phrase. That's where now you're going to go in. You're going to confirm the 12 words that are associated with that address. You're going to mark that on a fresh piece of paper, date the paper, and keep track of that information individually, right? So each wallet will have its own words and its own address. So thank you, Hum. I just wanted to point that out.
okay. So, how do you, this purpose now full of this meeting is how do you recover your original wallet, your original set? So it is one only way. You're going to go to settings, go to security, go to reset wallet,
Mm-hmm.
and then you say, okay, I understand. And then you're going to enter your PIN. And then that's it. You're reset. Now you need to activate
Yeah.
your
So
new
Hum,
wallet.
so
Yes.
Hum, I'm just gonna add this. So what you're doing here is you're going within the load wallet and you're reinitiating the tap to activate to a new set of 12 words. Okay. This is the exercise we're doing right now. It walks you through it just as if you were resetting or restoring your original wallet. Instead, what you're doing here is you're going to go through these steps and use your other, you're going to test these different sets of words that you have. And you're going to make a note on your sheet of paper. Hi, these words are associated with this address, and I see assets or I don't see assets. And really, that's the nature of resetting the Vault wallet. And you don't have to worry about clearing cache and cookies. You don't have to worry about using a Chrome browser. You don't have to worry about anything because it's all done internally. So that's a very handy tool that has come to light.
Okay. So I'm going to restore the wallet that had the $38. Okay. For this one, what you guys have to do is that you're completely sure that you go and find the original 12 words. That's important. Most members that have come back to us are saying the same thing, that they have not been able to find their 12 words. After a little while, they find them inside a Bible, in their safe, in their wheels, etc., and they are able to recover it. So that's the fastest way to seeing your assets back in your wallet. So I'm going to proceed to restore your wallet. See on the button right here at the bottom, it says restore your wallet. Do not set up a new wallet because you're going to end up creating a new one altogether. Go to restore your Vault wallet. Got it? And you're going to type here the 12 words corresponding to your original wallet. Remember, this wallet had $0. I'm going to bring back the $38. So I'm going to stop sharing so I enter those keys. So I'm going to remove this one here. I'm going to enter the 12 words.
So while Hum is doing that, I'll just add, remember, you've got these different sets of words. You're gonna basically use the other set of words because you're coming from one wallet going down to the other wallet, and then you're making you're tracking that information so that you know which wallet you need to go or have as your go-to wallet. It could be your original wallet. We have some people that have completely lost their words for the original wallet, and now the secondary wallet is now becoming their primary wallet. So it becomes that kind of exercise.
Okay, I enter my 12 words. I'm going to click now access my wallet, enter my PIN, and now I'm going to share back again. Continue to homepage, and then I share my screen. So now you see that I have here my $37, okay? 37 because probably Flickr. I'm going to refresh my wallet. And now you're going to see that it's the same as what I have here. Right there. Okay. So that's as easy. What we're trying to say is that you guys have to have a relationship between your 12 words and the wallet that you're recovering. Another case that people has to create multiple wallets is because your wallet was compromised. Somebody stole your 12 words, drained your wallet, and now you have to create a new wallet because your assets were stolen. So that's a valid way on how or why you should have another wallet. And the third case is family members. You have uh, grandkids or kids, and you want to create a savings account in silver and gold for them. That's another way why you have to manage and administer multiple wallets. And that's how you do it. You go home, you go settings, you go to security, and then you go to reset Vault wallet, and you're going to reset the wallet that you want to manage in
Yeah.
this case.
So
So that's what we have. Dan, go ahead.
yeah. So the obvious question that's going to be crossing people's minds now, and I'll just ask you how you want to address that. Okay. So now you've got these wallets. Maybe there's some assets on one wallet and some assets on another wallet. You've identified your original wallet. You want to move assets over from the one wallet to the other wallet because we've seen that scenario. Um, is that a future AMA, or is there a way that we can address that today, or do we think about
Let's
that a little bit more?
let's leave
Because
it
that gets tricky.
let's leave it topics, and then we can talk about multiple wallets
Sure.
today. The next webinar that we have, guys, or the next AMA is next Friday, and it's going to be about security. How do you keep your wallet secure? Okay. And another webinar after that is going to be about cold storage. How do you manage the cold storage? And we're going to try to make this one as often as we can. I don't know. Dan, what do you think? We go to the AMA?
Yeah, sure. And before we jump to that, I just want to point out something that we get incoming on. You're done with your wallet. You want to log out. You just go to the reload page icon in the top left there, right there. You just go right there. You click on that, brings you right back to 6-digit PIN page, right? Really quick and easy. That's a great way to log out of the wallet, and now your wallet's secure. Okay, good.
Okay. So I'm going to bring this one up here. Is the first one that we have. I'm going to stop sharing this one, and I'm going to bring this one here. Simon is asking, why do I have to accept the new terms and conditions because I can access my wallet with my assets? In my opinion, that's not possible. I almost feel. Well, the answer is real simple. Even for those of you that have crypto.com or MetaMask or any other wallets out there, the terms and conditions have to adapt to the evolving regulations on the multiple jurisdictions in countries. So is no different in law. We have to adapt and create provisions to make sure that we're always, uh, within the terms of a regulated environment. So that's the one reason why we have to do that. Dan, any addition to that
Yeah, I
answer?
think the big change there, is that we went from terms and condition to terms of use. That was really the big change because LODE is continually adapting to the environment we find ourselves in, and so we're changing to still be relevant, and not only that but thrive in where we find ourselves. And so we had to change the way that we looked at what we did, and this is now the terms of use,
Yeah.
versus terms and conditions.
Yeah. And we can have a more expanded AMA if you want in another session. Then probably we can expand and elaborate about this one, so
Okay.
we don't cannibalize this AMA. The next question that we have here is from Frank. What if the tokens are correct but the amount is not correct? Um, I don't know. Probably I need more information about that. Frank, if you
Well,
can
so I'll
elaborate.
just add this if I could.
Yes.
Uh, if you're looking at a phone app on your phone, it's not going to be showing accurately. The only wallet that we support right now is the lodewallet.com web wallet. And just to kind of touch on that, imagine we had a tech team that was having to maintain a member portal, an Apple app, a Google Play app, and a web based app that reflected what the mobile apps were looking like, right? How much resources for that? So Apple gave us a bunch of grief here a year and some ago, 15 months ago. So the decision was made that we're just going to focus our resources on a web-based app. So it's loadewallet.com. And that's so you have to make sure that you're on the correct wallet. So how you do that is you go to settings, app info far right, and you should have at least version 3.4.176 is the latest one or higher. So that's really how you confirm that you're in the right wallet.
And furthermore, is loadwallet.com is the only place where you go, and that is always the latest, newest version. No Load Pay, no AGX Pay, no Apple app, no Google app. It's
Okay,
just
okay, let's touch on that for a sec. So now we have people that, Dan, I don't know my original 12 words. Okay, a lot of people downloaded the Load Pay app on their phone. If you still have access to the Load Pay app, you didn't delete it, you click on it. Yes, it hasn't been supported for at least 10 months, but it may take 20 seconds, but all of a sudden it'll load. And you'll see menu. You click on menu, settings, security, PIN number, boom. There's very likely your original 12 words. So don't delete the Load Pay app, at this time if you've still got it, and because it can be handy for recovering your original 12 words.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, so we have another one that says, um, mm, 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 mm. James says looking forward to the AMA. Um, Simon says, I understand that, of course, but I don't have access to that. And Ken,
Okay, so
go ahead then.
okay, guys, you know, 25 years ago, 20-ish years ago, all of a sudden, we used to be in the world of two-way contracts, and then software contracts came along. Okay. And that changed everything moving forward. And so Lode's terms of use are no different than any other software contract. And you're also seeing that, governments are starting to use one-way contracts now. And so, right or wrong, you know, that's probably an all-day debate. but really, we're just in a sphere that's the way it is. And so, you know, like a software lawyer would come back to you and say, well, then don't use the app. But I'm not going to say that because I want you to use the app. Okay, so
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a regulations topic, and just to give you an idea, one of the terms or the clauses that was added was a continuation of service, and this is to everybody's benefit. So it wasn't before, and we were asked to add it. Continuation of service is important for the members to learn about. Then you can look at in the agreement. You have to read the agreement, by the way. Just
mhm.
don't just accept it and that's it. You read it and know what your um, what your terms of use are going to be. Ken, when will you be able to provide the unlocking schedule for load tokens? Ken, we are working with the tech team. The tech team has almost completed the all the coding that is required for the vesting program to be started, and that's great news. We have an internal testing team that's starting to document all the different aspects of the testing. Remember, the testing has to be very aggressive because it's many different types of computer models, countries, jurisdictions, devices, and the testing has to be done to make sure that when we come out as clean as possible and as perfect as we can be, because we are dealing with a vesting protocol. Vesting and staking is also another feature. The staking is going to be providing some additional rewards to the ones that decide to stake the low tokens, and it's going to be a really good a feature to have. It's in the testing phase, and we hope to get it done in the next weeks or so. And then once that is done, then we will be able to circulate an announcement. So, but thank you for the question. That's where we are at this moment. Dan,
So
any additions to that?
I'd like to add something to that. So this beta testing that we're going through, uh, it's a fairly complicated process, and out of it is going to come on some hands-on experience to help us build tutorial around it. Okay, and so the idea is that when the date is chosen to roll out, the vesting and staking program, we're going to actually have a webinar on that day introducing the tutorial on how to do the vesting and staking, how to work with it. And so, and of course we'll give people a lead up to that day. And right now, we've got the vaulting admin has quite a bit on its plate right now with the LTC transition, plus the AJAX AUX sys Rolux. So we want to get some of that out of the way first, so that we can focus our energies then on the vesting and staking, because that's going to be a fairly big deal, I think, for us and for everyone
Yeah,
else. And so that's the plan so far.
yeah. And the good news is that Dan, myself, and others are currently in the testing. So we already see the UI UX. We're already looking at how the balances are displayed, what you can stake, what you can claim, etc. So that's it's moving in a good direction, and we're just
Yeah.
looking forward to showing it to you on an official
And we want to do it
event.
right. We want to do it right. So, sometimes it takes a little time.
Okay, so we have here what version of the app is current. Um, Grant
That's
already answered that question. However, I'm going to tell you where to go. Go to settings. Go to, I'm going to just to share my screen so you guys know. Sorry. Okay. So you go to settings and then you go to app info all the way to the end right here. App info. And this is the version where we are actually running. The good news is that it doesn't matter when you log into lodewallet.com, it's always the latest version. You don't have to worry about installing a new version because lodewallet.com is always the latest version. The issue comes when you go to the LoadPay or app or AGX Pay apps in the phone or the Samsung or the iPhone. So that's the only issue. Besides
yeah.
that, that's where you get the app info.
And that's a really great way to check what wallet you're on, right? Because you'll see 3.0.1 or something like that, and that's the wrong wallet. That's probably an app.
Okay, then there's another one. when completing the form,
Mm-hmm.
when completing the form to move LODE tokens, I may have provided the original airdrop address. I have the two original ones, and the address to receive the LODE token is different. Okay, let's do that. Look at this case, okay? This case here. You have settings, preferences, and you have an airdrop address. Let's see if this airdrop address coincides with my actual wallet. So this one ends on CF13. I go home, I go Vault, I go AVAX, and I look at this one, and it doesn't, right? And it's possible, Sanjay, that what you did was, yeah, you restore your original wallet. However, you left your airdrop address wrong. That goes to the to the other wallet. Okay, so we are, just because we have had this problem quite often, what we are doing, Dan and I went over a revision of on the UI on this airdrop address, and we feel that this is a feature that is going to have to go away. We're going to have, instead of airdrop and payout address, to have LODE wallet address, which is basically what is the address of the wallet that you are currently on. So you don't have to go and figure out where those assets are. Dan?
So, if we go back to settings preferences, I'm just curious here because we have encountered this. If you click on airdrop address, does it give you another option? No. Yeah, click on the blue button.
No.
Because sometimes it'll give you two addresses there, right? And then so this is where now you can harmonize your receive address to your airdrop address. I've seen that scenario. So in this case here, like, he's got two separate addresses, just like we do here. How do we rectify that?
Well, we go in this case for this purpose, and until we change this feature, you go and click change airdrop and payout address, continue, yes, sign, you enter your PIN, and sign again, and continue. And now it changed to the actual wallet that you have. Okay, you just have to make sure that this is from now on the one and only wallet that you have. Keep your 12 words secure, and you know that the 12 words that you have here in settings are the ones that recover that specific wallet. That makes
was
sense,
very
Dan?
helpful. Thank you.
So hopefully that answers your question, Sanjay. Simon says, why don't I just see my assets when I log in, and I can have a period of say 2 months to go through this? Go ahead, Dan.
Okay, I'm just trying to understand the question here. Well, you should be able to see your assets when you log in. If you're not seeing your assets, then that's telling me that you're in a different wallet, and because you should see your assets. And if all else fails, like, it sounds like maybe there's more to this question than meets the eye here. But you can always come into support. This exercise today is to show people how to navigate inside the wallet, to go to different wallets, to confirm receive addresses, to confirm assets, right? We're it's just kind of a self-serve AMA. And but there's going to be those that maybe they have a little more complicated scenario. So by all means, just reach into support.lode.one.
Yeah. We have James asking a question about balances. Let's talk about that one. He says that LODE asset is keeping consistent, but is not reflecting the.
I think I can answer that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Right there.
So, some of you that have been with us for a while, you know that our original pricing model was called the bonded curve, right? And the bonded curve was suggested to us when we first got going on this 7-ish years ago as a model for a startup. Well, the bonded curve basically, had tranches, so many grams or so many units in a tranche, and a unit represented, 1 gram of silver, or, until eventually it got to, like, I don't know, the 8th tranche, where now it's 10.7 grams of silver for a LODE token, right? And the price of the LODE token in the bonded curve was tied to the price of silver. Well, the thing is that 3-ish years ago, we knew that the bonded curve was flawed because it had no market. Okay. So, because, you get to a certain point where you want to take some profits, there's no market. Okay. So for 3 years, we've been working towards live market because that's where reality lies. Right. So here we are today, where now the LODE tokens reflecting, I think $7 or something like that on
Is
the live
six?
market.
It's on the screen. Then 654. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. And so um, the LODE token price actually reflects live market now, and it's not attached to the price of silver. AGX is attached to 1 gram of silver. AUX is attached to 1 milligram of gold. There's your hedge. Okay, the LODE token is an opportunity to participate in the future that LODE is going to experience. And we're experiencing a lot right now behind the scenes, and I'm trying to encourage that we do more communications with our membership, because there's just a lot going on, and so that's going to improve. And the AMAs that we're doing is one step towards that. So it's a platform where we can ask relevant questions. And anyway, I hope that helped answer the question, because really, it's been a long haul to get to where we are.
Okay. Thank you, Dan.
Okay.
We have Ron. He says that he has 2 wallets with some assets in both. Can I say assets from one wallet to the receive address from the AVAX in the other wallet?
Okay.
Yes. Let's do
All right.
that, right?
So that's the question I had for Hum before. Is now it gets into it's tricky, because I've helped members do this, and really what you need to do is you have to have paperwork in front of you that's showing, hi, these 12 words associated with this address shows these assets, and then so you're clear. Now you're going to one wallet that you want to send the assets to, and say you want to send AGX over, for instance. Well, you go to AGX Syscoin on the wallet you want to send the assets to. You click on receive, you click on AGX Syscoin, and you get the receive address. Now you go back to the other wallet and you're sending those AGX to that receive address. And now, within, I'd say, allow 15 minutes, and the AGX will show up in your wallet. But it gets into that kind of exercise where you're going back and forth, and you
So
have to
let's
keep
do it.
track. Okay.
Let's do it, Dan. So let's go real quick for those members. So I have LTCs on this wallet on the left, and we have a receive address on the right. Okay, you have to just I put them two on my screen, so it's very easy for me to copy my address from the receiving wallet, and I go to send, and I'm going to send, the max. I'm going to send all of the LODE tokens to the address CF13, which is this one, and I click continue, and then confirm, and then enter my password, my PIN, and success. That's it. That's all you have to do. Now you're going to see the assets transferring here, right there, new incoming transaction. It took seconds.
So, Hum, maybe
Yeah.
a good exercise here would be to explain to people how you're able to show 2 wallets on one screen, right? And then, because really, otherwise, it gets into this cumbersome back and forth thing.
Well, in this case, what I have is I have 2 profiles. I have one that is called tutorials, as you can see right here on the top, and this works for every other browser out there. You have the opportunity to manage multiple profiles on a browser. In this case, I have the tutorials one, and I have another one which is called just Umberto, just a personal one that I just created for this purpose. Okay, so what I do is you go to that icon right there, and then click on guest, and then now you are opening another window in addition to your other one, and you can go to your lodewallet.com there as well,
And log in with the other set of 12.
and then log in with and then log in with your other set of 12 words right there. Sign in, enter your email, your password, and that's it. That's
And
how
just
you
remember, and just
create a
remember, you're
tool.
logging in and restoring. You're not creating a new wallet.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Like if
perfect.
I
Thank you.
if I do, let's say, if I do it like that one, for example, and I enter my password, I'm going to stop my sharing. Okay, I'm going to share back. Now I logged in. I tap to activate, and then got it. And then I do not set up a new wallet. I restore my old wallet. And that's what you do, your original set. Okay. So that's how I do that then.
Perfect. Thank you.
So now let's go to another question. Peter says, I have a second set of 12 words, but have lost the first set. The AVAX address put in the else is the first wallet and the AVAX address in the second. My eggs are trapped and will be transferred to my second wallet. Well, we have good news. Go ahead, Dan.
All right. So what we have available to help in scenarios like this is we need people to reach out to us and say hi, exactly like my scenario here, and I need help. In the subject line, you're going to put in just your name, and I actually prefer I see load ID because then it's all there. And then what you could do is you could just add the word form, and then send us an email, and we'll add you to a list of people that are found in this scenario here, and then we can work with you one-on-one from there. So
Yep.
there is a solution. I'll put it to you that way. So you
Yep.
won't be out. You won't be out of your load token / LTC. However, if you had any rewards or any AGX, AUX rewards or purchases on your original wallet, and you've lost those 12 words, unfortunately, those assets are gone. So but you'll still retain a LTC.
Okay. So the Vault team is going to be reaching out to those members, as Dan says, just contact support, and then the Vault
Yeah,
team is going to be reaching out to you to give us a release, your release that you're going to be um, uh, uh, receiving the missing glow tokens, and the wallet where they are originally sitting is going to be burned or
locked.
deactivated.
Yeah, yeah. So
So
we'll add you to a special list for that. Yeah.
Cliff McGoogle, then.
Yeah. Let's see here. Okay. Well, you should be able to. In cases like this, same thing. This is a special scenario where there's back end work on our side. So Cliff, you're going to just same thing. You're going to send us your name, load ID, missing AGX. And then that way we're able to identify. And then in the body of the email, give us as much detail as possible. The one thing that's helpful for us is where now you go into your wallet and you click on receive just below home. You click because then an asset page is going to show up. You're going to click on AGX. You're going to click on AGX Syscoin, and you're going to copy the Syscoin address that's in your wallet. You're then going to paste that into the body of the email, and you'll add a note like AGX Sys receive address. something like that, so that it clearly tells us what it is, and then that way, and then send that email to us, and then we're able to also there's a special list for folks like that.
Okay. Shelly is asking, what is the difference between Portal Load.1 and LoadWallet.com?
Okay.
Yeah, I can take on this one, Dan, and you can elaborate. The Portal Load.1 was the original place before we even had wallets. Before we even had wallets, we had to have a place where people looked at their balances and information. Portal.load.1 was created 7 years ago or so. As Load evolved, now we have a Load wallet, and that's the only place where you have to go and see your balances. Portal.load.1 will be decommissioned in the coming days.
Yeah.
Robert, which way should I be using? Okay, there you go. Well, Wallet
Okay.
V3 or it's loadwallet.com, Robert.
Yeah.
Is the same one. Loadwallet.com redirects to the Wallet V3, more technical
Yeah.
platform for the tech team, but it's entirely the same one. Loadwallet.com is
Yeah.
a redirect to Wallet V3. So
So
use
so
loadwallet.com.
if I can add a little bit to that, the V3 was the precursor to LoadWallet.com. So they rolled out with this, Wallet V3, and then a decision was made, I think 2 months later, to just reword or rebrand it to LoadWallet.com. And if you get a chance, I would just update your wallet to LoadWallet.com. And same thing. You're basically logging in and restoring. So main thing.
And then Robert is asking about what is the status of the very old HTTP
Yeah.
portal. We just answered that one.
Yeah.
It's going to be decommissioned, and everything that you need is in loadwallet.com.
Yeah.
We have here Sanyan says, I was able to successfully change the air route to the AVAX receive address. Do I have to do anything on my end for the load tokens to be transferred from the previous to the current? Yeah, you will receive, you just have to reach out to support, Sanjay, as Dan explained, and then we're going to take note of your information, and you're going to be sent a release form from the Vault team.
So
Dan?
I'll also just add this: we have uh, a group of folks that are load users that basically we don't have a receive address on our records for you. And so if you've restored the load wallet with your original 12 words, your airdrop matches your receive address, you don't see any assets, it's quite possible that we actually don't have a receive address to send LTC to. So in a case like that, by all means, just reach into support. We have tools that we can confirm that within 2 minutes, and we'll get back to you and say hi. Go into click on receive under home, click on LTC. Okay, load token. Click on load token, then load token classic, copy address, and send that to us. And that's basically the exercise that we need done there.
Okay. So we have Simon. Why is the mobile wallet no longer in use? It was a nice app. And how does Load think it's to enter password on a
Okay.
PC?
All right. I can help
Yeah,
answer
go
that.
ahead. Go ahead, Dan.
Okay. So 15-ish months ago, FTX happened. And remember, I was mentioning we had these 4 platforms that we were helping to maintain or working to maintain. And Apple decided that it was going to nominate itself as the global gatekeeper for your safety, of course, against platforms that had a trading feature. So that was a 3-month long back and forth with them until finally it just became, a waste of time. And that's when we zoned in on just loadwallet.com. Now, passwords. Yep, I went through an exercise where all of a sudden my passwords got compromised, and I discovered how easy it would be to gain access to my Google saved passwords. Oh my God. Right. So then that was it. That was a game changer for me. Now I have an actual analog document password sheet or document where I keep all my passwords I do not save any passwords. I input passwords every time, and I just have gotten to know my passwords. And so that was the solution on my end. I have some people that they actually use, is it secure password, or there's one or two programs out there that people can use to secure their passwords, but I really cannot recommend saving passwords on Google. That's a bad idea.
And this is a real now as it was 20 years ago or 25 years ago. You have to be very diligent in having a really good um, what is it called, phishing and tracking and antivirus program,
Security.
um, security, because, and we'll speak about that in the
Yeah.
next feature, because security is super important, not just for loads but for everything else: banking, emailing, phishing, keystrokes tracking, everything. So you have to be very diligent now with AI more than ever. AI can do thousands of custom of
Yeah.
phishing scams in minutes or seconds. So you have to be more aware now of the security threats coming your way. Gentleman is asking, let me see, right here. Dan, how will we know if we earn any AGX?
Okay. So if you want to see if you've received any AGX, basically you just click on home, vault assets, and then you're going to click on AGX. You're going to scroll down and you're going to see your history there. And so you can see what's been incoming. Very likely on the top one, you're going to click on that, and then it's going to show you transaction details relating to that entry. And so that's how I would check that.
Okay. So now here we have Ellis.
Okay. So this could be that example that I referred to earlier where we just don't have a receive address for you. And that's why the LTC haven't been transferred. So in a case like yours, come into support and, and I also just want to say subject to this, okay? Um, Sometimes it takes us a little while to get to your email. So please just be patient with us. And we do get to them. And so I just wanted to kind of add that because it depends. Sometimes we got a really reasonable inbox and all of a sudden it'll double overnight. And then we're dealing with that. So I just want to add that. Thank you.
Thank you. Shelley is asking, in the email we received yesterday, we should move our AGX AUX coins to these Rolex. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, Shelley. Use the move feature depending on the time of day or 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 how clogged the system is. The transfers take anywhere from under 20 minutes, sometimes even more. If it takes more than you're comfortable with, please reach out to support, and then we look for ways to connecting with the relevant team to unstuck those transactions. So other than that, yeah, try to move them yourself.
So something I want to just add to that is this morning we actually heard that Cis Rolex is also emerging tech, right? We're finding ourselves in the world of emerging tech. We're at the very beginning of, Web3 decentralized finance, really, and there's a lot of creativity happening out there, but a lot of it is emerging technology, and it's all service providers that are providing a service, a technology, and of course, so we did hear this morning that in a couple of instances, it took 3 days for Cis Rolex to finally, transfer assets over. So at this stage of our game, there's unfortunately a high degree of patience that's required, and I want to thank you, ahead of time for that. So
Roy is asking, is there any timeline to when the token will be tradable? And yeah, well, there's no set timeline. We are going over the testing on the vesting and staking addition, and as soon as the system works and everything is checklisted on the multiple set of things that need to be tested, then an announcement will be made. We estimate will be probably Then I
Hang
don't
on,
know if it's,
hang
yeah,
on, hon.
I don't know if it's gonna be like tomorrow
Hang on a
or
sec.
yesterday. No, just no, guys. You
Okay.
will be announced.
So as we mentioned earlier, right now we've got the LTC transfer that we're working through. We got the AJX, AUX, SysRolex that we're working through, and we really do need to get a handle on that first. In the meantime, we're going through the beta testing. We've got to wrap ourselves around this process, write a tutorial, and then once the dust starts to settle down over here, and we can see we have capacity to deal with the vesting and staking. That's really what it's coming down to. So as soon, like, trust me, we want to accelerate these processes as quickly as possible, and it's a manpower resources sort of thing, and solving complicated problems. These are some of these problems are not easy, and so it gets into that. And I just want to also add that we're going to up our communication game. Okay. We've got a mandate to do that. We've been pushing for a mandate to do that, and it's come our way. And so now we just have to stick handle, coordinate all of that. We know that people do not like a vacuum, and so we're going to do our best to address that.
Yeah, and it was answered before, Roy, and we're working on all of that. So just be patient, and we'll get there. The good news is that we're testing the platform as we speak. Sajai said, "What is the reach out? How do I reach out LODE?" You go to support.lode.one or info support.lode.one is right here on the screen, right there. Support.lode.one, and that's where you can just connect with support. It's either that or just send an email to info@lode.one. I recommend just going to support. That's the other one, info@lode.one. Going back to but I mean I have to restore. Then I have the same password. Is it okay to say passwords in Firefox? Dan, go ahead.
I don't know. Like I've just kind of bypassed any problematic stuff around all of this by just keeping an analog document that I refer to from time to time, and that has served me quite well. I'll just put it that way. I would do some. Hey, Google, hi. What's the best way to save passwords, and you might get a good answer there.
Peter is suggesting
There you
passwords.com.
go.
So that's one recommendation from Peter.
Thank you.
You guys can try that one if you feel comfortable. There is many other password management um, um, portals and applications that you can try, but that's one of them for sure. Uh, Stephen, my JJ0, but have earned any micro rewards. Yeah, you connect, contact support, Stephen, and provide your sys address or your AVAX address, and we'll be able to assist you in finding them where they are.
The other side of this coin is that you could have created a second wallet, and you're in the second wallet, right?
Yep.
There's not going to be any AGX, AUX assets there in the second wallet, only in the first wallet, and so that could be the scenario there too.
Yep. Then we have here James asking about an AMA before May deadline for sys Rolex. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
we will have another AMA before the transition. When I try to move my AJX it says I don't have enough to move. Now what? Reach out to
Well,
support. You probably need gas. Go ahead then.
uh, you know, there's like, is it under one, Shelly? Because if you've got under one AGX, that's not enough to move. And sometimes you should have enough Syscoin gas, right, to do the move feature. So those are the two scenarios. But if you're under one AGX, that's very likely not enough to move.
Good. Okay, Shelly. Yeah, let's just reach out to support so we can help you there. She has some AUXs there. Then. Okay. We're reaching the top of the hour. We'll stay here for a little while. 5 minutes. Can you reflect on how the rewards of the right here? Then another question.
Let me just reread that.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, an AMA can be good for this one then because it will be a subject that we can bring some other um,
Yeah,
members to help us to better explain this one.
yeah, and actually, that's a multifaceted answer there too, that kind
Hmm.
of ties into the stuff we got
Revenue
going on behind the
streams.
scenes right now,
Yeah,
and so yeah, I think an AMA to address that's a good idea.
yeah, yeah. It has revenue streams involved with it and a
Yeah.
bunch of other topics that are relevant. And yeah, it will be great for everybody to know.
Okay.
David Smith, any news? David Smith is asking any news that you can provide on the load purchase card
So
digital physical
that's
card.
one of those things behind the scenes that ties into the previous question, and I'll just add this: uh, in the last 2-3 months, we've taken on a couple of really high-powered team members that specialize in card programs and payment platforms, and amongst other things. And so we're in the process right now of writing a communication around the team, and like putting out information that's relevant, that can help give our membership something to realize, see, understand, and that we haven't been sitting on our hands, doing anything here. Like we've been busy, and I want to share this information, and so that's I'm just waiting for feedback now on bios of these various team members, and so once we got that, I'm writing an article around it. So yeah.
So just as promised in the registration form, the first 10 people that email us info@load.one, you're gonna get 5 LTCs. So the first 10 that emails that arrive are going to get 5 LTCs airdropped to the address that you posted. Then,
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'd say that's a nice little sweetener.
okay, so email info@low.one. So the first 10 emails that we get, we're going to airdrop 5 LTCs to the provided AVAX address. Um, guys, any other last question? We're 2 minutes. Dan, any closing remarks? I have one.
Okay.
Thank you very much to Grant for fielding the Q&A. Grant, as you know, our great old friend Grant from Load Support is out there.
He's
Big
been very
round of
helpful.
applause for him, and
Yeah.
many of you guys, most of you guys, have interacted with him and or know him now on a personal level. So, Grant, thank you very much, man. Paul is also somewhere there. Paul, raise your hand. Dan, any closing remarks?
Well, I'll just add that I'm really getting a lot more comfortable with these AMAs, and I think having them on a weekly basis or as often as possible is a really great idea. Uh, and also too, I just want to thank our membership for just hanging in there. And I truly, I truly see light at the end of the 2024 tunnel. Like, we got some amazing stuff going on that, you know, it started here and then it got more complicated and now it's over here, right? And so we haven't been sitting on our hands, and I just want to help create $1 billion company, and then reap the rewards of that. So that's the plan, and I welcome everyone to join us on that journey.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. And amigo Dan,
Yeah,
good to
thanks,
see
Hum.
you.
Yeah,
And we'll
thank you, everyone.
we'll we'll get ready
Appreciate it.
for the next one. Just wait for the invitation. Next one is going to be about security, keeping your load wallet secure. And also, guys, if you come to the next AMA, please bring suggestions. What AMA would you like to learn about? We have promised now to Simon that we're going to set up one for to talk about load token, staking, vesting, um, trading, where the micro payouts are going to be coming from and the rewards. It'll be a good one. So we'll set it up and we'll let you know when it's going to be up.
Great. Thank you all.
Take care, guys.